So in this segment, we're going to talk about the US accused of bullying Britain as Washington turns the screw in heated Brexit row. Washington have done not much. They've sent a delegation who have spoken about some of the some of the issues they have with the UK's unilateral actions, and also the fact that it jeopardises a potential US-UK trade deal, when the simple fact is that wasn't going to happen until 2030 anyways. All they've done is spoken about their concerns over the UK's actions. So this is just a ridiculous headline from some ridiculous people in the Express. MPs were left furious after Nancy Pelosi said a free trade agreement between the UK and America would not be supported by Congress if the government carried out plans to overhaul aspects of the protocol. I mean, that's not bullying though, is it? That's saying if you do X, Y will happen. If you put the Good Friday Agreement in jeopardy, you will not get a trade deal with us. If she said, we're going to sanction you, that's a very different conversation, but she didn't. Ministers have been left frustrated at the unwillingness of Brussels to compromise on the protocol. What more do you want them to do? They've already set out their stall. They've already said in the October proposals where they're willing to negotiate. It makes no sense. Last night, Pelosi made clear that the US was siding with the EU over the row. And it does tell you that if you've got the US siding with the EU over this, who is most likely in the wrong, given America's vested interest in the protocol? Sir John Redwood, the bastion of intelligence in the Tory party, said a majority of UK voters do not accept bullying from abroad. We're the bullies, mate. Don't forget that, you Americans. Yanks. We're the bullies, not you. Pelosi should talk to unionists in Northern Ireland about the damage the EU is doing to the Northern Ireland Protocol. I mean, what damage are the EU doing to the Northern Ireland Protocol? They're not. We're the ones who agreed to it. We're the ones who negotiated it. We're the ones who said it was a great deal. So it doesn't make sense. It is the EU, not the UK, that has undermined it and led to the breakdown of the Assembly. Yet they can't say specifically what the EU has done with regards to the protocol. All they do is vague statements like, interpretation and implementation and all this stuff, when it makes no sense. It goes, UK legislation is needed to repair the EU damage. It's not true, is it? This is the UK's damage. This is Brexit. This is what Brexit has done. It's taken away Northern Ireland. And these people who claim to care about the Union, why would you vote for the protocol if you truly cared about it? They believe customs checks imposed on goods crossing the Irish Sea by the EU as part of the 2019 deal undermines Northern Ireland's place in the EU, in the UK, which doesn't even make sense. To an extent you can argue it does, but the simple fact is, who made this decision? It was the English government. And here you've got the Express saying nothing to see. Police saw the Partygate photos and concluded Boris Johnson broke no rules yet. You can see him with your own eyes breaking the rules. That does not look like a 2-metre gap there. Following Pelosi's threats, these weren't threats. These really weren't. If she said, we're going to put sanctions on you, that's a threat. You got Sammy Wilson saying, as far as people who understand Northern Ireland go, Pelosi is at the back of the queue, which I disagree with. Pelosi would have been there when the Good Friday Agreement was signed. I would not be surprised if she had more knowledge on Northern Ireland than someone like Sammy Wilson or anyone in the DUP would have, given their kind of stupidity around a lot of things, really. Pelosi warned it is deeply concerning that the United Kingdom is now seeking to unilaterally discard the Northern Ireland Protocol, and to be fair, she's not wrong. Negotiated agreements like the Protocol preserve the importance of progress and stability forged by the Good Friday Accords. People have different names for the Good Friday Agreement, which continue to enjoy strong bipartisan support in the United States Congress. And again, that's important, that regardless of which party is in charge in America, even with their weird system, Republicans and Democrats care about the Good Friday Agreement. So a lot of these politicians are old. They would have been there when the Good Friday Agreement was signed. So are you sure these are the people you want to be messing with? They remember the troubles. I don't. I wasn't alive then, but these people do. She added, respectful of the will of the British people and of Brexit, I urge constructive, collaborative and good faith negotiations to implement an agreement that upholds peace. And that's what the protocol does, because it stops a hard border going in the island of Ireland, which is a key issue. So one of the main things I think the Good Friday Agreement tried to stop. That's what the Good Friday Agreement tried to stop. And she says that I respect the will of the British people and of Brexit, which, I don't, but at the end of the day, it happened. But the only reason we got the withdrawal, we got Brexit in the end, really, is because of the fact the UK government agreed to the Northern Ireland Protocol. Without the Northern Ireland Protocol, I think the Tories would have, they would have been washed out in 2019, but they lied and got it done. The children of Northern Ireland who have never known the bloody conflict and do not want to go back deserve a future free of violence where all may reach their fulfillment, which is true. That's what everyone deserves at the end of the day. Everyone deserves that, a chance to live in a country that, isn't, isn't, destroyed by wars, be it a proxy war or a civil war, however you don't want to define it. There are, a generation of people in Northern Ireland who didn't have to see the troubles, who never had to live through, car bombings and other things en masse like they had to do during the troubles. And then no one should want to go back to that. But anyways, look, I'm going to leave it there. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Like, comment, share, subscribe, support the channel on Patreon if you can. And hopefully I'll see you in the next one.